Hello, soul family. A big greeting to all the kings, queens, gods, and goddesses joining us today. Whether you're returning or here for the first time, I'm so happy to have you. This is Soul Family Oracle, and I'll keep the intro short today so we can get straight to the message. For those who have been following this channel, I want to thank you once again for your love and support. If you're new, welcome. This space is all about sharing powerful spiritual insights, messages, and energy to help guide you on your path. Now, as always, take what resonates with you from this reading and leave the rest. Not every part of the message will connect with everyone, and that's okay. We're all on different journeys, and sometimes messages are meant for a specific person or group of people. Trust that the universe will guide you to what you need to hear today. You might have noticed the humming at the start of the video. That sound is called Oya, which means fire in the Akan dialect spoken in Ghana. This humming carries the energy of a war song, strong, fierce, and full of power. The energy for this reading is no different. It's intense and filled with fire. And I'm getting a strong sense that someone's ancestors are stepping forward to deliver a very important message. These ancestors aren't just any spirits, they are powerful, ancient beings. They're filled with strength, and they carry a masculine energy, like warriors preparing for battle. As the song played, I had a vision of warriors dressed in traditional armor, ready to fight. They are coming to defend someone in this family, someone who has been wronged. These ancestors are bringing with them the energy to fix something that was taken from you or your family. They are here to balance the scales and make sure that justice is served. I sense that someone watching this has had their family's inheritance stolen from them. It could be something physical, like land or property, or something less visible, like a birthright, tradition, or opportunity. Whatever it is, these ancestors are determined to get it back for you. They are coming with strong, determined energy to make sure what is rightfully yours is returned. These ancestors have been watching over you and your family for generations. They are ancient, and their connection to you runs deep. For a long time, they were silent, watching from the background, but now they are fully awake, and they are ready to act. They've seen the way some people have blocked your growth, trying to prevent you from reaching your full potential. These could be people who led you down the wrong path or created obstacles that made it difficult for you to find your true purpose. But the ancestors have had enough. They are stepping in to clear the way for you. They will handle anyone who has been an obstacle in your life, whether they did it knowingly or unknowingly. These spirits are not here to play games, they are here to reclaim what has been stolen from you and your family. They are ready to remove all the barriers that have been holding you back, and they are bringing the full force of their ancient power to make sure you receive what you are owed. I feel that for some of you, there is something significant that was left for you, but it's currently in someone else's possession. This could be land, property, or even knowledge that belongs to your family line. Whoever took it might not have known its full value, but the ancestors know exactly what it means. They are very upset about this theft. For example, if someone stole land from your family, they may not have realized that the land had gold or some other valuable resource on it. Now, the ancestors are coming to take it back, and they are not coming quietly. They are bringing with them the energy of warriors, ready to fight for what's yours. This isn't just about physical wealth or land, though. For many of you, this message is about your spiritual inheritance as well. There may be gifts or abilities that have been passed down through your family line, but someone or something has been preventing you from fully accessing them. This could be due to negative energy, jealousy, or even actions from past generations that created blockages. The ancestors are here to clear that away, to make sure that you can step into your true power without anything holding you back. Your family's lineage is strong, and it carries great importance. In the past, your ancestors were a powerful force, but over time, the family became scattered, and the bonds between members weakened. Some of you may feel disconnected from your roots, but know that the ancestors have not forgotten you. They've been watching, waiting for the right time to step in, and that time is now. They are coming back to reclaim the family's strength and restore what has been lost. One thing I want to mention is the connection between gold and blood. In many cultures, it's believed that land where blood has been spilled holds special significance. If there was a battle or a major event involving your ancestors on a piece of land, that land could hold spiritual energy tied to your family. Gold, being a symbol of wealth and power, is often linked to blood in spiritual terms. It represents not just material wealth, but the energy, strength, and history of your family. The ancestors are coming to restore the balance. They are bringing justice to those who have wronged your family, and they are ensuring that the power and strength of your bloodline are not forgotten. Some of you have been dealing with struggles or challenges that seem unfair or out of your control. Know that the ancestors are stepping in to help. They are ready to fight for you and make sure that no one stands in the way of your success or your rightful inheritance. If this message resonates with you, trust that your ancestors are already working behind the scenes. You may start to notice changes in your life, blockages being removed, opportunities opening up, and people who have been obstacles suddenly fading away. This is the work of your ancestors, clearing the path for you to step into your true power. So, soul family, stay strong, stay grounded, and trust that the ancestors have your back. They are fierce, they are powerful, and they are ready to fight for you. Your inheritance, whether it's material, spiritual, or both, will be returned to you, and nothing will be able to stop that. Thank you for being here today, and remember, you are supported by forces much stronger than you can imagine. Stay blessed, and until next time, take care. Your ancestors are stepping in to bring back balance, recover what was taken, and protect what rightfully belongs to you. There is a sense of urgency and purpose in what they are doing, because this is more than just material possessions. It's about preserving the legacy and the spiritual connection to your family's roots. These items, whether they are an inheritance or something else, hold deep significance to your family's history and spiritual well-being. In many cultures, especially where spiritual traditions are strong, there is a belief that ancestors never truly leave. They continue to watch over their descendants, guiding and protecting them. When something is wrong or out of balance, they step in to correct it. That is what's happening now. Your ancestors, who may have passed long ago, are seeing that something valuable has been taken from you, and they are working to return it to you. This isn't just about money or physical objects. It's about preserving the essence of your family's spirit and legacy. Some believe that when a lot of blood is spilled on a piece of land, it energizes gold. Gold, like certain stones and crystals, is thought to have spiritual power. This power is not just because it's a precious metal, but because of the energy it holds and how it was created deep within the earth. In some cultures, gold is seen as more than wealth. It's a spiritual element tied to protection, strength, and even divine power. In my country, there is a belief that ties gold to blood. This belief holds that when sacrifices are made, especially those involving great pain or loss, the energy of those sacrifices is stored in certain objects, like gold. While this belief may differ from culture to culture, the core idea is that some things, especially valuable or sacred objects, are connected to the energy of those who have passed on. They carry with them the memories, struggles, and victories of the ancestors who protected them. This isn't just about physical objects like land, jewelry, or heirlooms. It's about the spiritual value of these items. Whatever was taken from you, whether it's an inheritance or something else, was fought for by your ancestors. They sacrificed for it, bled for it, and protected it with their lives. Now that it's gone, they are stepping in to make sure it is returned to its rightful place. The loss of these items has not only caused material harm, but has also disrupted the spiritual connection between you and your ancestors. Your ancestors are not passive, they are deeply involved in your life and the lives of others in your family. They have a purpose, and right now, that purpose is to reclaim what was stolen. They are not doing this out of anger alone, but because they know how important these items are to the future of the family. They are more than just material possessions, they are symbols of the family's roots, history, and legacy. Some inheritances can be replaced, but others are so deeply tied to the family's soul that losing them causes real harm to the family's spiritual strength. These ancestors fought long and hard to preserve these things for you and future generations. They sacrificed greatly, and now they are upset that what they worked so hard to protect has been taken away. Their frustration isn't just about the physical loss, but about the spiritual impact it has on the family. These items were meant to be passed down, generation after generation, to strengthen the family's roots and provide protection for the future. In many cases, these inheritances are not just valuable because of their monetary worth, they carry spiritual significance. Some of them are connected to the very gods, goddesses, or spirits that the family has worshipped or respected for generations. These spiritual forces are also involved in this process of reclaiming what was lost. It's not just the ancestors who are stepping in, but also these powerful beings who are tied to the family's history. There are ancient energies connected to these objects, energies that come from places like Mesopotamia, Persia, and Africa. These are places where civilizations were born, where ancient wisdom and spiritual knowledge were cultivated. The items that were taken from your family are not just random, they are connected to these ancient places and the spiritual forces that come from them. These objects were meant to be passed down through the family tree, from the roots to the highest branches. They are deeply tied to the family's spiritual power and legacy. Some of these ancestors have been reincarnated into your family multiple times. They are not just figures from the distant past, they are souls that have returned again and again to protect and guide the family. They are connected to the very origin of the family's soul, and even to forces that go beyond this earth. These ancestors understand the importance of these inheritances, and they will not rest until they have reclaimed what was taken. They know that these items are not just physical objects, but are tied to cosmic forces that go beyond human understanding. These ancestors are working with powerful spiritual forces to ensure that the balance is restored. Some of the items that were taken from your family are protected by ancient deities or spirits. These beings are now actively involved in retrieving these objects, making sure they are returned to the family where they belong. The loss of these items has weakened the spiritual protection around the family, making life harder for some. But now, the ancestors and these spiritual forces are stepping in to correct that. These inheritances were not meant to be lost. They were designed to be passed down through the generations to protect and strengthen the family. The ancestors who are now stepping in to reclaim these things are not just doing it for you, but for the entire family, past, present, and future. They are determined to get back what belongs to the family, knowing that these items carry spiritual power and significance. It's not just about getting back what was taken, it's about restoring the family's spiritual balance and protection. The ancestors are angry because they sacrificed so much to preserve these things for you and future generations. And now they are stepping in to reclaim what was lost. These items were meant to protect you, and their loss has made life harder for some of the family members. They are not just ordinary things, they are tied to gods, goddesses, and ancient energies. The ancestors, along with powerful spiritual beings, are now working to restore what was taken and ensure that the family's legacy is protected. The ancestors have a deep connection to these items, not just because they are valuable, but because they are symbols of the family's history and spiritual strength. These inheritances were meant to provide protection, guidance, and power for the family. Now, the ancestors are stepping in to make sure that they are returned, ensuring that the family's spiritual protection is restored. They are doing this not just for you, but for all the generations that come after you, ensuring that the family's legacy continues. Your family and ancestors may have been involved in something much bigger than you realize, something that has been passed down through generations. This involvement might even extend into reincarnation, meaning their souls have continued their mission through different lifetimes. Many people believe that their family line has a purpose on Earth, something they're meant to achieve, whether they know it or not. For some, this mission could be tied to something much greater than what meets the eye. One of the words that keep coming up is Anunnaki. If you're not familiar with the Anunnaki, they were ancient beings believed to have come from another planet. Some legends say they came to Earth to mine gold because it was valuable to them. Gold wasn't just a precious metal, it had a deeper, almost spiritual meaning for the Anunnaki. Mining gold was so important to them that they dedicated a lot of time and energy to finding it on Earth, which they called Gaia. The work they did to extract gold was not easy, and they faced many challenges along the way. They put in tremendous effort, and now they are still connected to the people who share their bloodline. If your family or ancestors have a connection to the Anunnaki, they might be coming through with strong emotions, particularly anger. The reason for their anger is that they worked very hard for the things they left behind, and those things were not easily earned. They feel frustrated that their hard work is not being respected or remembered the way it should be. The Anunnaki had to make sacrifices to achieve what they did, and they want that to be acknowledged. But it's not just the Anunnaki coming through. I'm also hearing connections to Persia, which was a powerful and wealthy empire in ancient times. In this vision, I see ancestors who were involved in trade, but not just any trade. These were special merchants who dealt in valuable and rare goods. These ancestors weren't ordinary people going about their daily business. They were deeply involved in trades that made them important figures in their society. The image I'm seeing is of men wearing turbans, similar to those worn by Islamic people today. These men were highly respected, and they also carried weapons, specifically swords with curved edges, which were often a sign of honor and protection. These ancestors, whether connected to the Anunnaki or Persia, have a message for you. They are watching over you, and they're not happy with how certain things have unfolded. They want to bring balance and justice to the situation. These ancestors feel that something was taken from you or your family that wasn't rightfully earned by the people who have it now. It could be something physical, like wealth, property, or even recognition, or it could be something more spiritual, like the loss of respect or influence. Whatever it is, your ancestors are determined to make sure that justice is served, and they're working behind the scenes to set things right. There's also a sense that certain people around you may soon try to reach out to offer you things you weren't expecting. These offers may come out of nowhere, and you might be surprised by them. You could find yourself wondering why these people are suddenly so eager to give you something, especially if you don't have a close connection with them. The reason for this sudden generosity is that they feel guilty for what they or their ancestors have taken from you. There is a kind of universal law, often referred to as karma, where people eventually have to make up for the wrongs they've done, whether they realize it or not. These individuals feel the pressure to make amends, and that's why they'll come to you with offers. What was gained through dishonest means, whether it's wealth, power, or influence, will soon be wiped away. The universe has a way of correcting imbalances, and when something is taken without proper effort or fairness, it doesn't last. Your ancestors are here to make sure that what was wrongfully taken from your family is restored. They are serious about this mission, and they will not rest until balance is brought back. In fact, they're not playing around at all. They want to ensure that the scales are tipped back in your favor. It's important that you listen carefully to what your intuition is telling you. When people start reaching out to offer you things, take a moment to reflect on why they're doing it. Don't just accept everything that comes your way. Instead, only take what resonates with you, what feels right deep inside. Your ancestors are guiding you, and they will help you know which offers to accept and which to pass on. Trust your gut instincts during this time. While this process of setting things right is happening, remember that your ancestors are with you. They are providing you with love, protection, and strength as you move through this. They are also sending you abundance, not just in material wealth, but in all areas of your life. This is a time of growth and transformation for you, and your ancestors want to make sure that you are ready for the changes that are coming. As these changes unfold, be mindful of how you handle the opportunities and challenges that come your way. Stay true to yourself and your values. Your ancestors are watching, and they want to make sure that you continue the legacy they've left behind. This is a time to honor them and the work they did, but also to step into your own power and make the most of the gifts and opportunities that are being presented to you. To summarize, your family and ancestors have been part of something much bigger than you may have realized. Their mission, passed down through generations, is still unfolding, and they are now stepping in to make sure that balance and justice are restored. Whether through the connection to the Anunnaki and their search for gold, or the Persian merchants who traded valuable goods, your ancestors are working to correct the wrongs that were done. Be prepared for unexpected offers, and trust your intuition as you move forward. Above all, know that you are surrounded by love, protection, and abundance, and your ancestors are with you every step of the way.